copy link. Getting my people from Discord over. Alex, good morning. I don't know if I ever got back to you. Today we're meeting at like 10:30, right? Get hair dye on my still on my fingers. I hope so because I told Seisha 10:30. If not, I can move it. Yeah, no, I didn't tell you that. Okay. Hey, does like 10:30 Central Time work for you? You're free? Okay, good. Yay. Then I messed up, but not in a catastrophic way. Means you can go back to bed when we are done. Yeah. I was trying to figure out, like, what's the best thing to do? Like, close to this live or, like, break and then meet, or I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. This house has been so chaotic. That's still hot. That's so good. So what are you working on today? I know y'all don't want to just come in here and watch me stare at the screen waiting for a question. That can't be why you're here, right? I had leg cramps all night, so I need to get more sleep. Since you are in a limbo week, I figured I could take a break and a nap. My limbo is your limbo. You are. Oh, okay. Well, it says there's 3, but all right. You made 2 covers and now you're torn? That sounds like... All right. So, first question. Feedback is all over the place. The blue one. First question, Alex. Look at them each individually. Would you actually truly be happy with either one of them? Because I know sometimes we think, oh, yeah, we would. But then when we look at it and someone, like we ask someone else and they're like, oh, we want the blue one. And then we look at it and we go, but I really do like the pink one. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you think you're good, but Morning, Judith. Floof says hi. Floof. See, that is where I am crazy. The gray follows the trends and covers, but the blue is more me. The vet ended up canceling, so we'll find out. I mean, she's acting okay. She's playing and everything. She's just losing weight. So if the blue is more you, go with the blue. Would you be okay with the gray one? Or is the only reason that you're considering the gray because it tends to follow the trends and covers? And if you hold the blue up to the covers, does it at least look like it belongs on the right shelf? It doesn't have to match all of the trends. It just has to look like it belongs on that shelf. Hey, stop. It follows the trends. Then I think you've answered your own question. Go with the blue. It's snowing outside right now. And it started off with like the big snowflakes, you know, the big ones. This is not an exaggeration. They were big, and now it's gone down to like this size. So my kid and my cat, one of my cats, the void floof, is obsessed right now. Blue is a screen that starts in a book. Okay, but does it... Hey, close the door! I don't want to hear you. Oh, their grandmother. Sorry. But does it look like it belongs on the shelf? Which genre is this again? And what shade of blue? Where is this poll? Where is the feedback? Is it in the Discord? All right, that's not it. I love Dana. They're so cool. Oh, questions and answers. Okay. I'm like, I've checked 3 different things now. questions and help. Okay. Have you tried blocking the back and the spine? I agree with Judith that the name is easier to read on the blue. The rocks in the gray one make it very hard to read. They make the whole thing hard to read. It's just because of all the nooks and crannies and shadows, it's hard to read any of the words. But so on the blue, easier to read. You could. There's a couple of things. Sci-fi dystopia. Oh yeah, that doesn't give dystopian at all. Have you tried putting like an overlay on top of the blue? You know what I mean? Either, okay, so here's my thought. You could. Okay, kind of like, sorry, cat's on my lap, and I'm trying to look for examples that are like in reach, and that is really hard to do when you can't reach very far because cat is on your lap. But, oh, what is it? Do you do this? Yes, yes. Who else? Who else does this? So when I say block, what I mean is where like you have one image, one color on the cover, and then the spine and the back is completely different. And I know I have so many books that do this, but like I did it as well. So maybe you could do like blue on the front and then kind of like fade it into the gray on the back so that you can take advantage of the readability for the blue without being too far out. Or the other thing you could try is keep the blue cover and start playing a little bit with the saturation. Hello, Taylor. Start playing a little bit with the saturation to like tone down the blue a little bit. Neither one of them are giving me dystopian. The gray one has the colors of dystopian, but more like ancient, kind of. Does that make sense? Like, I keep thinking like Stonehenge age, not futuristic. But I love the clouds. If you could take the clouds from that gray one and put them over the blue one, because the blue one looks peaceful. So I see what you mean by it's not really matching, but it's more you. You're peaceful. Also, feel free to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I am not a good artist. I am not trying to be an artist. I'm not really a good cover designer. All I am really good at is like comparing against the trends, like which you already did. So you can also feel free to tell me like, well, you don't see dystopia, but I do, because this is the book where the world ended and 12,000 years later they are at a medieval level of, oh, well then yeah, totally gotcha. Finally settled on a book for the drive. Ooh. You're like, done, Naomi. Then, yeah. I would see if you can find a way to desaturate the blue a little bit. Bring up the, bring in grays, and then just to kind of tone it down a little because it's just that bright. And then, yeah, I would try that. Elantris by Brandon Sanders. Okay, cool. Which drive is this for again? I know you told me. Oh, the long drive, because you're driving. Got it. Full cast audio by Graphic Audio. Nice. What are you doing in the kitchen? Could you please come back out here and I will get you a food when I'm done? Because this fridge is so overflowingly full with foil that when you pull out a grape, everything's going to tumble out. And I don't want to have to clean that up. Okay? 8 hours to Arkansas. Eldest daughter has food poisoning, so she isn't going. Oh, no. What did you grab? Come here, let me see. Let me see. Just, no, get it out from behind your back. Stop hiding it behind your back. Let me see. Go sit. You better be. Sit down. I am trying to decide if we're canceling the whole trip and going at spring break because I'm worried she's going to get dehydrated while I'm gone. Does she, know what to do and how? Does she usually take pretty good care of herself? Like, if you tell her, what to watch out for? The first battle in the book is and then they returned to it a few times. Inuksuk. Is that how you say that? Inuksuk? She does, but last night she threw up 11 times and got no sleep. That sounds awful. But if she typically takes care of herself, if she's told what to do and what to look out for, and you trust her in that sense, I'm sure she'll be fine. How long are you gone for again? The Stone Man, yes. Ah, okay, I said it right. Until Saturday. Yeah, we're not talking 2 weeks here. So, when do you leave? If you go, when do you leave? Should already be gone, but I have to do last minute stuff. Okay. Ultimately, it's up to you. I don't know her as well as you do. You know her better. You know how much you can trust her on her own. I don't know what you've already told her either. Obviously, she needs to like keep her electrolytes up and keep hydrated and keep, it's not just about drinking just fluids either. She's got to have those electrolytes. Otherwise, she's just diluting what she's got. So, and I'm not a doctor. So clearly not a doctor. Is this something that it can be put off a day? Like, can you leave tomorrow? So you can kind of monitor and watch and get her caught up on things. You would have to go today. What's a G fit? Well, I don't know, Taylor, but I'm sure you will pick the best choice. You can postpone it till spring break. Well, maybe the universe is telling you something. It is a drink of water and electrolytes. Oh, well, there you go. Why are people messaging me? Hang on. That didn't look good. Okay, that's a good crisis. All right. Okay. You like the watermelon and strawberry. I have not tried it. You know what I do not like? Liquid IV. I'm also worried it might be the flu, and if it is, I don't want to take it to my father-in-law's house. Yeah. Pedialyte or half-strength Gatorade. Too high in sugar otherwise. Isn't it weird how a drink like Gatorade gets prescribed so often for electrolytes, but they have so much sugar in it, and you're like, what do I do? Like, someone just make a Gatorade-esque. Well, I guess maybe that's G-Fit. Never mind. There's sugar-free stuff. Yeah. There you go.
That doesn't say mayonnaise. That says me. No. That says man.
It says mayonnaise.
Yeah, but he said, welcome to the main.
Okay. Okay. Well, you say Adam. Go.
Because I don't know how to say Adam.
Oh, you don't? Go.
Sometimes I say Adam, sometimes I say Adam.
Yeah. Since we're starting the promo challenge next week, what one piece of advice on promotions would you give a new author? If you're doing it right, if you're doing it all right, get the idea of promotions out of your head. Because, and I don't mean like don't promote. What I mean is get the idea of it out of your head. Because what a lot of new authors come to me saying is things like, I'm not salesy. I don't like feeling salesy. I don't like feeling pushy. And they start like down this road that promoting a book is pushy and salesy and gross, and they don't want to do it. So you got to get that idea out of your head, and you start focusing in on what your book can do for other people, which we're going to talk about actually on day 2 in the marketing challenge. But when you start talking about less about what you do and more about what your book does for readers, and you think about it that way, it doesn't become salesy and pushy to tell them where to get your book. It's almost like a service, but also you spend all this time marketing yourself, your story, your characters, your book, all of it. You spend all this time building up a community of fans who want to buy your book. You have to be able to tell them where to get it. Like, otherwise you're just like, you know, hey, look at this great skirt I just bought. And then when someone says, where'd you get it? You're like, oh, I'm not telling. Don't be that person. But if you're doing everything right, it shouldn't feel salesy anyway. But if it does still feel salesy, then that's when you can, you know, go back and look at everything you've done, and you can say, well, I've earned this right. I've earned the right to tell them where they can buy my book and to ask them to go ahead and do so. I've earned the right because look at all this other stuff that I've done and all this community and connections that I've made. What does that sound? Okay. Kimmy, good morning, Kimmy. How are you? Seisha! Good morning, Seisha. Darker one posted. Ooh, I want to see. That is not it. Yeah, that looks much, yes. That, I like that a lot. The only thing you might need, maybe, is some kind of, even if it's almost transparent, but some kind of a white background just behind the words on the back cover. Because like where your bio is, that's hard to read. But I like it. Glad it's Thursday, right? Forced Rob to watch the Doctor Who Christmas special. You know, my one and only, can I say, am I allowed to complain about it? Okay, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I had two major thoughts all the way through it. One was that, oh crap, how many people are going to be complaining about the singing? I liked it, other than the fact that it looked like, you know, Disney animatronics. I liked it. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. If Ruby falls in love with the Doctor, I will quit. I will quit. I'm so sick of companions falling in love with the Doctor just because they're the Doctor. I'm so fed up with that. Like, why can't they just have friends, you know? That's all. But I did like it. I've seen it like 7 times now. I'm so glad it's on Disney Plus. I'm ridiculous. Is it okay if I fall in love because he is so sexy? Shuti Gatwa does an amazing job with it. I think, yes, go ahead, fall in love with him. Absolutely. But falling in love with the Doctor just because he's a doctor and you're a companion and, oh, look, there's just one TARDIS. I'm over that already. I was over that with Rose. I was over that with Martha. I was over that when they told Clara that, you know, her young boyfriend was now this, like, I'm done. I'm so done with it. Color blocking cover posted. Ooh, I like that too. I like them both. What do you think? Is there one you like more than the other? I like them both. I think either one would look really nice. I was over that with the pawns. No, I can't choose which one I want. So over that. Like, get the romance out. Sarah Jane, that is where it's at, right? I love Sarah Jane. I do almost kind of wish he was in the kilt longer, though. Because he was only in the kilt for like a few minutes. You don't know which one. Okay, then that is the cover that you share with your community and have them vote. Stop. You don't get to jump up on my lap and then hiss at the other cat, okay? I was like I beat you kind of rude little hiss. Because they were both racing to my lap. Next time I'll throw you back down at her. I have a Sharon, not a community. Toss it to the Sharon. There's kilt backlash. Are you kidding me? I haven't seen that. I try not to go online to like fandom communities anymore because they're always so toxic. But isn't he Scottish? Isn't he? He's like what? He's Rwandan and Scottish, isn't he? Why would there be a kilt backlash? I might be wrong too. God damn it, Seisha. I gotta look this up now. Yeah, Rwandan and Scottish. I was right. He's in a skirt. Oh, for fuck's sake. People. See? Fandoms are toxic. Here's me. Go build a fandom. Fandoms are toxic. Don't stay in the fandom. Good morning, Dale. Because some people don't know the difference between a skirt and a kilt. Different patterns were specific to different clans. Ah. Kilts are a great part of our history. I thought people were gonna like be complaining about the singing. I liked the singing. I thought it was nice and lighthearted and fun, which is what you want in a Christmas special. Adding kilts to a Scottish story adds culture. Kilt is what we did to the last person who called it a skirt. There's a Beatles episode coming. I saw that. Don't be fourth wing lady. I'm not sure what that means. Kilts worn confidently are so attractive. Very true. Seems music will be a theme. Maybe. At least some sort of. I was glad to see. I was also glad to see Mavity come back. I need that to be resolved now, though. Like, okay, that's been, what, 3 episodes now? Like, it's time to resolve Mavity. That needs to just be done now. I hope he sticks around for a while, though. It'll be nice if Ncuti Gatwa can play the Doctor for a while, like several seasons. I think that'll be nice. I don't want to go Doctor hopping. That sounded so wrong. I don't want him to be on for like 1 season and then there's another Doctor for 2 seasons and then there's another Doctor for like another 1 season. Like, keep him around for a while. The woman that wrote Fourth Wing didn't know what she was doing when she added Gaelic and the culture in there. She screwed it up so bad that now, after 2 books, she is starting to take lessons. Oh, wow. Okay. I think a lot of people do that. Don't be her. Got it. I've never really seen Doctor Who. I've started one and there was a bunch of mannequins and it freaked me out. Yeah, that was a good one to start on. That was what? That was the first reboot. Now they have what they've deemed as classic, right? And then they did the reboot where they started calling it Series 1. And now this new one is like kind of a secondary reboot. It's not a real reboot because it hasn't been out of commission for all that long, but they're calling it Season 1 because now it's on Disney. It's a new era, almost like a reboot. So I'm thinking that means you could just hop in now with what's on Disney Plus. I mean, whatever's broadcasting it in your area, but starting now with Shooty Gatwa, they're calling it Season 1 because of this whole reboot-esque thing and airing on Disney Plus. So my guess is you should be able to hop in as is and still be able to like figure out what's going on. Still love the books. Yeah, I don't think the mannequins were weird, but I liked it, so I'm weird. I don't know what to tell you. They didn't bother me as much as they bother other people. Rose bothered me, but the mannequins didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really like the Spider Queen one. Are you my mummy? That was an awesome episode. All right, get down. Get down. No one's keeping you up here. Oh, what? Okay, wait. That episode. Yep. NPH was the toy maker. So, depending on how they go with it. So, he was basically one out of existence, but his gold tooth that was containing the master dropped and got picked up. So, depending on which way they go with that and like what happens, I mean, obviously the master's going to come back at some point. Whether or not he comes back, I think he almost has to because the Mavity thing is still going. And that was also the episode where he did the salt at the edge of the universe, which is what let the toy maker in. But that hasn't been resolved yet either. Like the whole idea of what happened when you played a game at the edge of the universe and what else came in, that hasn't actually been resolved yet either. So, yeah, he did really good. It was so good. He did a great job. My only complaint with that one, God, I suck, right? My only complaint is who cares? I know. But by generation, if they explore it and it becomes a new piece of the Doctor Who lore, I'm all for it. Yay. It was an interesting new concept. If they did it because they wanted to give David Tennant fans David Tennant and the idea that he's just going to be around forever, MPH makes it a clause that he has to sing. If not, he should. He deserves to. But yeah, if they did by generation because they were like, we want to keep David Tennant around because all his fans, I'm going to have issues. I am glad he got a happy ending, and I am glad that the happy ending was like at a friend and not like on a beach with Rose. I hated Rose. Sorry. We meet in 30 minutes. Yes, we do. Speaking of which, I gotta run so I can be ready for that meeting in 30 minutes with Alex and Seisha. All right, y'all. But with NPH and Groff making appearances, then music has to be a thing. Calling it now. No, you're probably right. Music is probably going to be a common theme throughout. It would kind of go with his I don't want to go. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning and asking your questions and just being here. Seisha, Alex, I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Everyone else, go have an amazing day. Go get all the words written, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning, okay? You're missing half the comments. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Bye!